Hey everyone, welcome to Pop XP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the Pop XP channel. Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's the brain of the mainframe here now, Scala with the Pop XP. And joining me tonight on every Crowdfunding Comics episode is my compadre, my partner. You know what? He's actually my legal brother-in-law, Mr. Frank. Amazing. Frank, how are you doing?
Good. And your heterosexual life partner.
Yeah. You know, whenever we go out, you know, if me and Frank are like, hey, man, let's go get some ramen. Let's go do something, right? Every time we go out and, you know, he'll be like, oh, you know, he'll get something for a dessert or something. I'm like, nah, I'm good or whatever. Or vice versa. They always come back with 2 spoons. Always with 2 spoons. Okay. When in Rome, right?
Right.
I do want, but hey, man, before we get started, you know, our streams and our recordings are brought to you by StreamYard. So if you guys are looking to stream and you want to do what we do on the Pop XP, go down to the comments below, click that link, and sign up for StreamYard. Believe me, it is one of the best programs out there. It's the easiest. You know what it does? It takes that technology anxiety out of the equation. So check it out if you want to be a streaming pro. StreamYard's the way to go. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love StreamYard. Yep. It's great. Great people, great community,
right.
Great software. And, you know, speaking of some great people, tonight we've got some amazing guests, Frank. And they're no strangers to Crowdfunding Comics. They're no strangers to Pop XP. You know, tonight we're going to be starting off. We're going to have Don Chin in the house. We've got Bill Mouse, who've been working on an awesome comic that we'll get into in just a little bit. We also have Cara Nicole joining us again. And then another a fellow indie comic community member who's doing something a bit different. We have Lisa Melone back in the house with Melone Management, and she offers some great services for indie creators who are crowdfunding. You know, it's like taking the edge off. You know, she can come in and kind of help guide you in what you need to do. So we're going to chat with her towards the end of the show when we're talking with Cara. So without further ado, I think it's time we bring in our first guest. Hey, everyone, please welcome Don Chin and Bill Mouse to the show. Hey, what's wow, hey guys.
What's up?
See, you're no stranger to the Shave of the Month Club, huh? Would they forget your membership?
Yeah, we have the power of the beard.
Power of the beard. Look at this. I'm loving this.
Don't explain the the radioactive beard that we got going on.
We're like old ZZ Top, basically.
Yeah. I know. If we just had little guitars, we'd be set.
Asian Puerto Rican ZZ Top.
There you go. There you go. That's our own niche.
That looks really good on you, Don. I'm liking that.
He's got
I'm glad you like it because it scares my wife. She doesn't want me to wear this all the time.
I don't know.
I should be wearing it up here, but it's a multifaceted tool that I can.
I need an all white one so I look like the martial arts sensei in all the old 70s kung fu movies. You know,
nice. The sensei of
Parody
like Press.
The end of it.
I know.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, yours could be like reversed.
I'll take it personal.
Bill, yours could be like reverse. It's like, you know, here it's like, you know, you're just straight ready to get to work, and then when you're ready to just go on the town, you just pull it out.
Exactly. Spike it up.
So, gentlemen,
it could be a mullet.
What brings you guys here tonight? What do you guys have in store for us?
Oh man, we are excited. We just finished our first crowdfunding book, which was X-Farce, which is fulfilling right now. But BeardZZerker is our second one, which is all new material. It's pretty much the first collaboration Bill, Mouse, and I have done since 2007.
Wow.
Bill and I got started way back in the 90s with Eclipse Comics. That's kind of where we met Billy Tucci through the, in the 90s scene. And then, I took a break. I went into real estate for a while, and I was always itching to get back into writing and producing comics. So Bill's been doing it ever since, the 90s nonstop. But
I can officially say I'm a 30-year veteran.
Yeah.
The beard should be white. It should be straight.
30-year veteran. So BeardZZerker, after I saw Keanu Reeves promote his Boom Studios book, I just said, this is the thing I really want to parody for 2021. So it's basically kind of a ripped Van Winkle tale of a teenager who goes into a coma for 30 years. But during that time, he's downloaded kind of like a Johnny mnemonic cyberpunk way. He's downloaded all the programs to make him a martial arts soldier of fortune, one-man army. So he wakes up in 2021 and he's totally shredded, but he still has the mind of a teenager in the 80s. So take a little bit of Bill and Ted, take a little bit of a Conan the Barbarian type of feel to it, and we just kind of all mix it together into this action comedy extravaganza.
Nice. Now, when did this launch? Because it says you have 47 days left to go. What day did you guys launch on?
We launched it on April 1st.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, we actually had a live stream on Michael Bancroft's channel, and Billy dropped in because Billy's involved in this project, and we'll kind of show you in what capacity as we kind of unveil the campaign.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now I got to ask you a question. So we have a show. It's on Fridays. It's called The Week in Pop, and one of the books we reviewed in our last episode was actually BRZRKR. You know,
I heard about that
actual book.
Yeah.
And I have to say it's
very similar to our book.
Yeah, it's very similar. I feel like you guys have the upper hand here. But let me ask you. So when you were coming up with BeardZZerker, did you know the premise? Did you know what the actual BRZRKR book was about? Or did you kind of just go off that initial images, a couple of those, interviews and posts, and then just kind of put your own thing together?
Exactly, Nile. I mean, that's the thing with parody is if I waited until BRZRKR actually came out and then I parodied it, I wouldn't be releasing this until late 2021, and all the fervor would have died down. So I kind of had to take what Boom released and what KEANU was giving us, which was very vague, and think, what is this going to be about? And I can get the gist. It was going to be a one-man, soldier of fortune, mercenary with this mysterious side to him. So I just thought, well, why don't we take that, but also mix in the best elements from Keanu Reeves movies and just make this a fun romp. And that's what BeardZZerker is.
That's what I love about Don's script, is that the book isn't a one-to-one parody of BeardZZerker as a single story. It's more of a tour de farce of the pop culture that is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
So everything that we're familiar about and all the kind of cool stuff that we know about Keanu, through pop culture over the years, that's the book kind of covers all that. I know my beard's getting hot.
It doesn't taste very good.
I think I just breathed in some hair. Let me get my medical.
He's just going to do a quick shave, folks. He'll be back. But go for the gel. Sensitive skin. We don't want to rash. Now, Don, let me ask you. So I saw you have the copy of BeardZZerker. I would love to know, actually, after you've read that first issue, right? What were your thoughts? Was it what you pictured in your head for that first issue?
I actually thought it was I liked it, but it was super, super violent, a lot more violent than I had anticipated. But I kind of came late on to the John Wick franchise, and that was last year when my wife and I started watching those movies. So I kind of had an idea, Keanu wasn't the Bill and Ted that we remember. He was really now an action hero. And so what you have with BeardZZerker, which I think I reviewed it on my own coffee and comics show a couple of weeks ago. I said, this is definitely not for kids, but I liked it. I mean, I think a lot of comics are missing action. We don't want just pages of dialogue of people contemplating their navel. This delivers, this is a really great action comic book. And I can kind of see why, Netflix wants to do a movie on it and so forth.
Yeah. I mean,
just talking heads. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was funny because Caleb Toussaint, who's one of the, the part of the cast, he brought up a good point, because I was kind of like, I was stuck on it, right? I was like, I'm like stuck with this book. It's in, it's the first issue. We're going in. It went in literally guns blazing, right? Guns blazing, very violent. Definitely a lot of action, like stuff, I enjoyed that. But he made a good point. He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm, mixed emotions, but he goes, I'm going to look at it like this. It's a movie trailer. It's giving us kind of this preview of what we could kind of expect of what's going to go on. It was almost like watching a movie trailer. And then towards the end point, I don't want to spoil it too much for anyone who hasn't read it, that you just kind of you got a little glimpse of the softer side of what this story could, you know, it could and will probably be evolving into. So I am, and I messaged Ross Ritchie from Boom, and I was like, dude, you gave me something. I'm literally hanging off a cliff because I need to read the next issue to put this together, to put my perspective together on this, if I like it or not. But I don't know, it was an interesting first issue. So I just wanted to see where you were, especially from not, you know, just kind of going off that little bit of information. So I think a lot of us were a little kind of like, whoa, that was pretty intense action in that first issue.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Totally.
Don's like, this has nothing to do with me, Nile. Stop talking about that. Get to my freaking book.
I don't like
So, I'm glad you asked me. I was almost apprehensive to read it, but then after I read it, I said, you know, there's some parts of the story that kind of segue, you know, him kind of working for the government, and so there are some similarities that happen to fall into place. So I'm happy that I think people will like it. I think BeardZZerker will be, you know, a nice dessert to BRZRKR.
Awesome. So let's check out your campaign video, and then we'll run through the campaign.
Comics are totally awesome, and I'm totally awesome too. BeardZZerker has everything you want from a comic book. It's got great drawings, colors, great story. It's got great action, has a little romance, and it's about something. Not just any something. It's a parody of some thing. I was like, well, I used to collect and I love comic books. And they were like, so, did you ever want to make a comic book? And I was like, yeah. And then Parody Press was like, oh yeah. So they made a comic book that's a parody of my comic book. And it will probably be pretty hilarious, because that's what a parody is. Or at least what it's supposed to be. You know, this idea of kind of like a rock and roll warrior. Someone in an altered state. Someone with a big guitar axe. Then a pet cat that's from the hood. Just out of control. Speaking of out of control, there's his beard. It gets bigger and longer throughout the book until it takes on a fantastical life of its own. It's like, whoa! So, check it out. If you do, I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. But honestly, I didn't really do that much, other than rambling on about comics and books. I mean, comic books. Wait, what was I saying? Oh well. Enjoy! BeardZZerker from Parody Press. Back it today!
All right, awesome.
Thank you.
That voiceover actor was great. That's freaking. So you guys are currently at now. So you're close to 50% funded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, awesome. So you got your logo here. You've got some great covers. I mean, tell us a little bit about this cover right here.
That piece is actually from Jim O'Reilly, and before we launched the campaign, I wasn't aware of Jim, but I became to see I started to see his things on other people's shows. So he approached me and said, I'd love to do a pinup for BeardZZerker. So this actually isn't a cover planned at this point, but I definitely will put it in the book. And if it's not a cover, you know, I imagine this probably has a back cover on the different variants.
Oh, awesome.
So Bill, that's Bill's work from, pencils and inks. And so if you like, that particular blue piece, that's kind of indicative of what you can expect. And we've got a few interior pages that are in progress, lettered and colored. Like I said, Cat Mouse, Bill's daughter, is the one coloring it. And then Keith Gleason, who also writes Mighty Mascots, is our letterer on this.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You can go head to head with Matt Wagner. He does all of his pencils, and his son does all the coloring. Bill.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of crazy how it worked out, because I really did try to keep her away from the industry, because it is kind of a roller coaster ride. You really do have to love this to really do it and enjoy it. But and we just I talked to Dawn about this last week or the week before. She's actually officially a 10-year veteran now of the comic book industry. She's been working in comics now for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
She's 23, so
yeah.
So I started getting her ghosting into sketch cards and into trading card sets, and then into interior work for graphic novels that I was working on. And then it turned out that some of our clients for the graphic novels, they were coming back and saying, oh, okay, cool, I want this colorist back. Who colored that? I told my boss, that was actually Kat. Kat colored that one. It was like 130 pages. And now they're asking for her by name, the different clients. So I'm just like, well, I just talked myself out of a job. This is I guess I'll let her. Now. No, she's doing great. She just did a graphic novel before this project, and now she's coloring BeardZZerker. So that'll be her project now for the next month or so.
Awesome. Yeah, these interiors look fun as hell, man. These look great.
That's so fun to draw. And Don does pack like a lot of things in the script, like a lot of things happening in the different panels. So it's not my typical style is kind of like 4 panels per page, like image, kind of style, where it's just like, bam, 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 like big splash pages. So it's fun to start packing things into the different panels. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
What I gotta ask, Don, I mean, what does it take to? I feel like it's got to be pretty difficult to write a parody versus just kind of writing like a straight, like, here's a action superhero book.
Oh, that's a good question, because I've done both. But I think because I'm just so wired to be a satirist, it just comes natural to me. And
we're cheesy.
Yeah,
he's like, I just wired to be better than most people, so I can kind of just do anything.
Yeah, I kind of have an airplane movie approach to the writing of comedy. I try to just I throw stuff up there, and some things will click, and sometimes they won't. But at least I tried. Otherwise, you never know. Some joke may really tickle somebody's funny bone, and then some people, it'll just go over their head. But I think in this book, there's enough to make somebody laugh in, hopefully every page.
There's a little bit of me in this campaign right here.
There is
a bit of me with this logo right here. Look at that.
Did you do that logo? That's a beautiful logo.
There we go. Yeah, Billy originally
awesome.
did.
That's cool.
Billy originally did that logo, and I modified it for him. We modernized it up a little bit.
You're a very good designer, Nile. I just noticed, you have a very professional look to all your presentations. So,
thank you.
Well done.
So we've got our pal. She is in the house.
Yes.
Tell us about this. Why is she in this world of mayhem?
Well, I reached out to Billy, and when you saw the trailer, there wasn't any of these guest covers planned, but I thought, well, maybe we could spice up the campaign a little bit. So Billy was one of the first people that I thought about putting her on a cover, and we have 2 different variants that we're going to vote on. So the one that gets the most votes on a Twitter poll is the one we're going to wind up publishing. So the first one that you see is drawn by Bill Mouse and colored by Matt Yackey with Billy Tucci's approval. So the Holy She is version 1, which is what you see here.
Yeah.
And then if you scroll down a little bit more, version 2 is another character saying what Nile just said. What is she doing?
What
is she doing here?
That's crazy.
Remember, Don, this is kind of a historical parody press first, as far as, like, we usually do parodies. We're not asking people for permission to do parodies. We do X-Men or Spider-Man parodies or Spawn or whatever. So this is like so cool that Billy gave us permission to have legitimately she on the cover in the context of a parody, which, you know, and all the other characters.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've had full permission to draw the character that's on the cover.
Yes. So
nice to have that
she
seal of
is the
approval.
only non-parody in there then.
She is the only non-parody. Yeah, she's she.
Yeah, she is she. And if you did approval, he would
is her.
No, I'm joking. Those military skills of his.
His
Like, mouse! Knife in his mouth running.
Oh God.
He swam all the way to your house.
Yeah.
In swamps.
Okay, guys, I got it.
All right, so now you have this next cover is freaking like a freaking work of art here with Rainbow the Brute. So you got Ethan Van Sciver's Rainbow the Brute here. Now this is a freaking incredible,
isn't it? I became friends with Preston Azevedo during the X-Farce campaign, and I got to see his various works of art, and I thought, maybe is there a chance Ethan might let me use Rainbow the Brute? So I reached out to Ethan, and he was kind enough to say, yeah, that would be cool. And I thought, what better person to do Rainbow than Preston? Because I was envisioning like a Frazetta-esque, you know, Boris Vallejo fantasy poster.
Yeah.
And so
he got that vibe, for sure.
Oh, he nailed it.
So this is like a death dealer homage to the famous Frazetta guy, you know, riding a dark stallion, but instead we have Rainbow riding the cat because he bested BRZRKR and now he's got his axe as a souvenir.
Yeah, that's cool though, because you go from such like this is so fun and everything, and then you come here and it's kind of like someone hit the stop sign, and it's like, oh crap, this thing's gonna really kill me. What the hell? But no, that's a gorgeous cover there that you have.
Thank you. So cover 4 is the one you're looking at now. That's by Dax Martian, and Dax is another talented artist I came across, and I love his Kirby-esque look to his work, and so this is kind of more like a 70s Thor, you know, Kirby homage.
Yeah, this is like a photo cover.
Yeah, this is by Bill's friend who lives nearby named Thad Rhodes, and he worked on our X-Men parody. You know, the Newt. He did the Newt Mutants for our last campaign.
Yes, yeah.
And so Thad is that artist, but he's got this really cool kind of photorealistic Drew Struzan type of a feel to his work. So when I saw this as one of the promo pieces on BRZRKR, I sent this image to Thad. I said, "Can you do a riff on this, but make it BeardZZerker, you know, and put the characters that are in the book in this type of pose?" And so what you're seeing on the campaign is his interpretation of that particular cover. But we have like George Carlin and Halle Berry, and some of the Hans and Franz are in there.
I like how they're in suits too.
Yeah, we wanted to make them like the Matrix agents, you know, like Agent Smith. So there's kind of a play on the whole Matrix, but instead of the one thing that they're trying to combat, BeardZZerker has to figure out why there's this Rick Astley earworm pandemic throughout the world. Everybody is stopping in their tracks and singing "Never Gonna Give You Up," so nothing's getting done in the world.
Never gonna give you up. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, you guys just a bunch of fun stuff with that. You know, I like how you go in, you kind of give like some nice like character drawings here. Now, what are these just character drawings, or are these part of another level?
Well, when we first created the book, I said, "Bill, can you do some, you know, prototype sketches of these characters and so forth?" So we're actually making his preliminary artwork part of a tier called like the I think it's called like the Backstage Pass tier. So if you wanted to get artwork that you just scrolled through along with the comics, you can do that. And we also have tiers where people can buy Bill's original art pages for as little as $175 along with the comic books. We have sketch cards. You know, we've got like a bookmark for $8,000 when we hit that. And we've got guitar picks. Let me see if I can find a guitar pick here.
Do you play the guitar, Don?
I've played the bass before, but I'm not very good. But let me show you real quick. This is if we hit 7,000, then everybody gets the BeardZZerker, pearlescent.
Oh wow.
Guitar pick,
nice.
Which I don't think anyone's ever done. Everybody does poker chips or, but I thought, hey, this would be cool to have an actual imprinted guitar pick as one of our cool little.
Well, that goes with the theme though of like, it's, part of BeardZZerker and everything with the guitar and all that stuff.
Right. And then the beard that Bill and I modeled, that's part of the add-on. If you want to add on the beard for $7, you can do that. And there's even a Fear the Beard tier where you get all 6 books, his sketch card, the MP3 album, which is called Kiss My Axe, and the beard for $99.
And you have closeout for your campaign closeout. This is what we need to see on a stream. Get the wigs, get the shirts. I don't care what you have to do, but this has to be I'll send you the vest. I'm sure I can find a good vest for you there, Bill. But this has to be your closeout stream outfit.
That'll work.
But now what's awesome is, everyone that's watching this right now, you got to jump on this campaign. You got to click on that Pop XP special here. Featured tier Pop XP show special 6-pack. $69. You got to jump into this. What are we getting with this? So you're getting for our special supporters, get all 6 BeardZZerker comics, #1 variants at a special price. It's a savings of over $30 off the normal cover price. You will receive 1 cover each. Kane White, Thad Rhodes movie. Is that what that says?
That's the box office one.
Gotcha. We got She by Bill Mouse, Rainbow the Brute Preston. I can't pronounce his last name. I apologize. Cover, Dax Martian, and U.S. Assassin by Mike McMahon. McMahon,
yes.
McMahon, huh? Jeez,
and they're all signed. If people want them signed, there's no extra charge. And I think it's going to be Rainbow's first appearance in print. So it might be a pretty cool collector's item because I don't think Ethan's releasing Rainbow until like late 2021.
Oh, very cool. Oh, that's cool.
We were talking about that before. Yeah, I think this would actually be the first in-print appearance.
Mm-hmm. Very cool, guys.
Predates the comic.
Yeah, so I mean, besides this campaign, I mean, do you guys have anything else going on? Any other projects you're working on that you can talk about?
Other than, if you go to xfarce.com, which is in demand right now, I created another tier for your viewers on that as well. So instead of $25 per issue, which is the suggested retail price, I think I have all 3 for $60. And these are just hot off the press, beautiful 48-page comic book with glossy interiors and no ads. It's all signed. This is like Bill and I's, first collaboration, but now fully digitally colored. So that's kind of what I'm pushing besides that. But we're working on other parodies as the inspiration comes, and I might do some non-humor stuff. But Bill's very active. He's got his own Kickstarter on Nira X, and I think you're working on Zen, right, Bill?
Right. I'm taking about 2 weeks because I'm fulfilling orders on the last 2 Nira X Kickstarters that we just finished, because there's a whole bunch of sketch covers that were part of those 2 campaigns. So the next ones that are coming up is Nira X Reborn #3, which is from Committed Comics, and then also Steve Stern is writing a new Zen Intergalactic Ninja one-shot, and that's something that will probably be either Kickstarter or Indiegogo sometime during the summer. So those are the 2 books, the 2 campaigns that are on the horizon that'll be coming on the way. So I'll post about that on either my webpage or on my Facebook. It's just Bill Mouse or Bill Mouse Art. Be able to find that. So
yeah, keep us in the loop on that. And we'll get you on to one of the crowdfunding comics when we're doing the live streams and help push. Same with you, Don. Obviously, too, if you want. I mean, you guys have 47 days left in the campaign, Don and Bill. If you guys want to come back on, even maybe 2 weeks from now, and just try to do another push on there, and we can do it live, like a hangout. If you guys drink, we'll have a couple beers, maybe get a couple other maybe if Graham wants to come on, get Fraga on, we'll just do kind of like a fun little stream and hang out and push everyone's campaigns. But yeah, hey, everyone out there, please get out there, head over to Indiegogo, check out BeardZZerker #1. this looks awesome. It looks fun. It looks great. I mean, I loved it from day one when I first actually saw the cover, because I think did we premiere it when we had you on for the first time?
I think so, because I was promoting X-Farce, and then I said, "Here's the next thing that we're
I think you just got the colored draft over or something. Yeah,
probably the KEANU cover.
Yeah, and it was awesome, man. I tell you, you had me hooked. I was really curious to see where it was going to go, just because I was following BeardZZerker. But anyone out there, hey, do what you can. You know, if you like this, it sounds good, head on over, back the book. You know, if money's a little tight this month, no problem, because the best thing you can do is share. Head on over to your social media outlets, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever you're using. And if you're a streamer as well, please consider having these gentlemen on your show to promote their book. But just get the word out there, and let's continue growing this indie community, because this is the wave of the future. We are in a golden age, and now's the time to create. So you can learn from these guys, and you can also be entertained by them. So Don, Bill, thank you so much for coming on the show. You are always welcome.
Thank you so much.
The book looks
Nile.
amazing.
Thank you, Frank.
And good luck to you guys.
Thanks, guys.
You will be, you know, you'll hit that goal very shortly, I'm sure.
Thanks, buds. Have a great night. Go
have
Mets.
yourselves a great night.
Go Mets.
Yankees. Woo! Yankees. All right. Yeah, no, those are some two good guys, man. I gotta tell you. Yeah. And that looks cool. I really want to read BeardZZerker, right? Because, you know, I love Ross Ritchie. He's a great guy. I look up to him. You know, I wouldn't talk anything, but the BeardZZerker first issue, Frank, and I don't know if you had a chance to read it. I don't know. I need to read it. I need to read issue 2 to find out whether I like it or not. You know, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I know I love you. That was for you, Frank. That was for you. All right. And speaking of something else I love, there's a couple creators out there, management of sorts. Everyone, we are going to welcome Miss Cara Nicole and Lisa Melone to the show. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
How are we doing tonight, ladies?
No, I think I like when you sing. I think that you should just keep that. You should do that. Yeah.
That's what I should do. I'm thinking of just doing that. Like, not even, I'll just sing it.
Maybe we just record it, you know, so you just it's gonna be
impromptu every time.
I feel like it needs to like resemble the mood. So like if I'm not having a good show, it might not be a good song. You know, it might be one that might, you know, provoke some thought in the viewers, or it might be something uplifting, you know, and maybe everyone will go out and share something special with someone. I don't know. It's like a little hug in your ears that I'm giving to everyone, you know? So, but now, just fun connection here, just for the viewers out there that don't know, because, you know, many of our viewers, you know, they know who Lisa is now. They know who Cara is. But you two work together. You got, right?
Yes.
There's a connection there.
Yes, there is. I actually manage Cara.
Together, she paints my boobs. It's a thing.
There you go.
Pretty much.
I paint Frank's boobs. And we're not even taking pictures. It's just we like it's fun. It relaxes him. He's like, Nile, I can't sleep. I'm like, I got you. But no, that's cool. So for everyone out there, Lisa helps manages Cara. You work with the campaigns. I mean, beyond your services, Lisa, I mean, what do you primarily like with Cara, if you don't mind me asking? You know, what's the stuff you do for her with the services that you provide with your management company?
Cara is actually one of my special clients. She gets like the all-inclusive, all access.
You're scared of her too. You're scared of her too, huh? That's what it is. I know. When I met her the first time in Baltimore, I was like, hi. And she's like, I was like, oh my God, this chick's gonna beat me up. I was like, no.
Cara, you left and he's like, I think she was gonna cut me in half.
I was in a hurry. I had my own table and I was like, you know.
Oh my gosh. No, but Cara gets like the all-inclusive service with me. We talk almost daily, and we are constantly talking about, you know, what is going on, what are projects that we need to work on, what kind of social media stuff we need to be working on, and basically planning out next Kickstarters. She uses me as a sounding board for certain ideas. It's been a very productive relationship that we've had together.
Well, that's very cool. Now, if you don't mind me asking, Cara, before we get into your campaign and stuff, but in regards to, you know, really kind of just, you know, you and Al really doing everything like on your own, and then bringing in someone who's specializing, kind of like funneling and focusing certain points for you as an independent creator. If it's something that you can afford, if it's something that, you know, you can take on, is it of value to have? Have you found to be very valuable to have that extra support?
Absolutely. I find that a lot of creators, they want to create, and we're very busy creating. And, you know, people always want to do it all. Why? Why do it all when you don't have to, when you don't have to bog yourself down and stress yourself out and take yourself into that dark place of, you know, worry and, you know, trying to do everything. There's so much to do. So anything that you can get someone else to do is great. And this goes across the board. So having Lisa, having someone that can post your campaign to all of these sites and maybe write you a press release or write up emails or give you ideas that you may not have thought of, or even like what she has been very, very helpful with besides those things is getting me on task as far as what shows I'm on, booking my shows. And it's funny because there are some people that are like, oh, Lisa came to me and instead of you. And it's like, because I'm busy. I've got so many things to do. I've got the interiors of Firebitch. I've got a color. I've got writing to do for Unstable Frequencies. Lisa was my right hand. Like when Alfred really wasn't even involved very much with Confessions of a Cosplay Diva. That was all me and
that
Lisa.
was us. Yeah.
And so just having all of these things to do, building costumes and doing photo shoots and editing and just all these things. So anything you can farm out, if you can farm out your edits, if you can farm out, you know, a lot of people want to letter themselves and they don't realize lettering is an art form. It's not just, you know, draw a circle and write stuff in it. I mean, really to have good lettering, you want to get someone who's an artist in lettering and knows their job and puts out the best thing that they can. So if that's something you can take off your own plate, if that's not something you're passionate about, hire someone that's a pro in that to do it. Hire someone to clean your house. Whoever says, you know, I cannot create today because I need to go clean my house for me. Farm that shit out.
Farm it out.
I agree.
Do what Cara says. Farm that shit out. That's it. Don't overthink it. Farm it out. Now that makes perfect sense too, because especially as you're growing your brand and you're expanding, you need that. You need someone to keep you organized. You need someone to help take on other tasks. And you know, and Lisa, I put in the description. You know, I don't know. I didn't see a website yet, but I know you have your like Facebook page, which is primarily is the best way to the Melone Management page on Facebook. So I do have that in the link below. So in the comments below, everyone, if you go through the links, you'll see Melone Management. If you have any questions or anything and you want to reach out to her, you can reach out to her directly right there. And it's so good. I'm so glad everything is going so well for you guys in that front, and for you, Lisa. And and it's funny you mentioned that though, Cara, because the first time Lisa emailed, I'm like, who's this? And I'm like, Cara, someone emailed us about having you on the show. And the only reason I did ask is there are people out there that like think they're like helping, and they'll be like, hey, can you have so-and-so on their show? And I'm like, yeah, cool. How do you know? And it's like, well, I don't really know them, but I'm trying to just help them out. And then I'm like, all right, well, I do know that person. So I'm going to just reach out and be like, hey, do you know so-and-so? Because there's times people are like, I don't know who that person is, but I'll come on your show, you know? And, but no, it all worked out. And I mean, yeah, Lisa always, we've had plenty of guests on now that she's referred over and everything. I have to say too, Lisa, sorry to get off topic here, but your lighting is great.
Thank you.
Like, I'm so envious of your lighting right now.
I love it.
Yeah, like nice. It's got like a nice, little dramatic shadow here, and the good, you know, everything coming in.
Soft focus. With
yes. Everything's working well. But let's jump into Firebitch too. So we had you on. This was on Kickstarter. This is rolled over into the Indiegogo realm. And again, I mean, I absolutely love, and I've said this with Firebitch 1. I said it the first time I had you on for Firebitch 2. Is I absolutely love your character designs in this book, and I really hope the Indiegogo crowd is becoming receptive of this and what you're doing, and you're building up more of a brand there, because I think a lot of what I know in that realm this book is perfect for. So let's bring this up onto the screen here. We've got Firebitch 2. We're doing it again, way fiercer. Firebitch is a high-octane, no-holds-barred action adventure.
Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Hello, Cara Nicole here, cosplaying my character, the super sassy, super sexy Firebitch, the comic book heroine of the decade. Quick recap. Created by me and Alfred Trujillo, Firebitch is an original comic about a social media diva with some firepower. We write, illustrate, produce, and ship it out. Now I am thrilled to bring you issue 2. The first was an amazing success with over 2,000 books shipped out. Now I am so excited to bring you the continuation. Within the pages of this book, you will learn how a sexy, unlikely superhero deals with her new powers and being stranded far from home in the middle of an annihilation. If you missed the first, fear not. We have a couple of ways to help you out in this campaign. With issue 2, I am proud to bring you some of the artists that you already know and love, as well as bring you some new ones you're gonna want to follow. I've brought you some of the most alluring artwork, coolest swipes, and firepower you're gonna want to add to your collection. Don't miss out on the jeweled cover, holofoil options, and black linen covers. And let me tell you, I am bringing it with the cosplay! I wanted to be sure that I bring you the Cara flavor you love. Some of my most exciting cosplay covers and prints will be available in this campaign. I recommend you get them all. You'll want to get your friends in on this and help us achieve some of the most amazing stretch goals. Fan favorites like collector's cards, stickers, and mini prints, plus an exclusive LP by me and Alfred Trujillo. Make sure you share the campaign and help us grow. And don't forget to join my Patreon and follow us on social media.
It's a no-holds-barred campaign. I think we should get like an average time of how long it takes someone to pick a pledge level, because there is so many things.
There's
so
35
many
covers. There's 35
so cool,
covers on the campaign.
How many artists do you have? So how many cosplay covers do you have? And how many variant covers do you have from different artists?
I have no idea. Lisa might be able to answer that. I think I have 5 cosplay covers. 5
It
or
might be
6.
6.
It might be 6. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Forgot about that one. 5.
5,
5.
6.
5. Is that 6? I thought that was 5. No, it's 5. I don't know. And then we've got so many different artists, and we did a lot of mixing up. Like Alfred did some, like these guys he painted. He digitally painted these all himself. This is Alfred's lines with Lena Dye's colors. This is Alfred's lines with Cece De La Cruz's colors, and that's going to be a jeweled edition from Shannon Glarnow, the HRH Princess Jewel. That's Sanju and Alfred. That one's Pixel Tools colors with Alfred drawing Firebitch and Shelby Robertson.
Well, now was this cover right here, the one that I'm circling with the cursor, was this in the Kickstarter campaign?
Yeah.
It was, okay, because I was looking at that and I didn't go back to the Kickstarter one, but I was like, for some reason I couldn't remember. I didn't remember this cover. I was like, oh, maybe she did a couple like Indiegogo exclusives.
No, we didn't do that one this time. That's Alfred and Tevin. Mm-hmm. This one's Anthony Delaney. Next is Ash Maddie and Federico Siak. Then we've got the Army of Darkness homage, which is C.V. Zane. And then we've got Courtney Rose. I mean, we really David Harrigan again, JT Malloy, Lena Dye's lines and colors with the anime style, the one that gets you in trouble all the time, Lucio Perillo. Then we've got 3 from Shikari, and Lucio's and Shikari's are all virgin covers, holofoil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great.
And Steph Wilson, Wendy Shaner. And then we've got books that are just available as add-ons. This one is Rob Hicks, known him forever, great guy. Ruben Rosas, we've got 3 from him. Piper Rudich, Naughty Nice on that one as well. Neto-san, this is our cosplay cover, which is funny because, it's our Black Cat cosplay, but she's got fire instead of fur.
Yeah.
And that's a Naughty Nice. And then we also do have a Fire Island. This is a painted piece by Alfred, and that's issue 1. So if you missed issue 1 and you want to get that one, you can do that. Or if you want to get it just to add to your collection, you can do that as well. We've got a body pillowcase.
Yes.
So you got the clean side for when your mom comes in your room, and then when she leaves, you can flip it over.
If you're living with your mom.
If you're living with your mom. What? But that can happen, right? Sometimes, Frank. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not that bad. Mom, I'm doing a show. Shut up. No, but
they're great roommates.
Or the pillow your little brother keeps taking.
Oh God!
Put it next to you for the carpool lane. Yeah.
There you go. Got the T-shirt.
T-shirt, yeah. And then we've got some. Next up, we've got prints. You can get a print of every cover. And then we've got a few extras. This is our rock and roll cover, which goes with our music video. So we actually have a soundtrack with original music in this one, and we also have some covers as well, like music covers. But we have 3 songs from the album that have been released already.
And those are linked in the campaign as well.
They are. Right? They're down there. You can actually play them from the campaign.
Excellent.
So yeah, we've got a lot. We got a lot of fun things going on, and there's also a 24 by 32 inch poster.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. The image is amazing.
And it was we shot it in Hawaii.
Oh, nice. Did I pass that already?
Yeah,
it's not. Yeah, the top.
It's up towards the top, right? Because that's where I'm heading back to. Because I want to get into now the story, about Firebitch, and I'm gonna have to make you go through all that. Tell us all about the story again. But it's cool, man. It's a fun book.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a story of your regular, everyday social media. That's
there you go.
Yeah.
Social media. She's an Insta-ho, and she accidentally gets sucked into a vortex and tossed on an alien planet that is under attack, and she gains superpowers. And so they need her to use her powers to help them fight their attackers. And the problem with this is that she is not good at it. I think it's funny that we always have in superhero books, people that come out and they're fantastic and they got these powers and they can fight. No. This girl cannot fight. She needs to learn how to fight. She's worried about breaking a nail and scratching her face and popping a boob, these things. And so issue 1, she's coming to terms with her abilities and what's going on. And issue 2, she wants to go home, but now the real attacks are coming. And in issue 1, you kind of had a clear shot of who the good guy is and who the bad guy is. Well, now we get to dig deeper into these characters. Who is the bad guy? Is he really bad? Is the good guy really good? And a lot of lines are getting crossed that people don't want to have. Everyone thinks that, I would never do this. You don't know what you would do until you're there and have to do it and make those decisions. So that's kind of where we are. There's a lot of fun as well. Issue 1 had a lot of comedy in it. I always make sure that we put lots of comedy in our books because I do stand up and I just love comedies. So we've got the serious side, we've got the comedic side, and I think that's life, that's all of our lives. So I like to showcase all of that.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it's part of that whole escapism. It's like giving the whole package to the reader.
And of course, there's some little sexiness and sassiness. I would say this is like PG-13.
Okay.
So even though we do have, you know, some topless covers, some nude covers, that sort of thing, the interiors are PG-13. So if you're going to give it to a teenager or kid or whatever, then, you know, pick an appropriate cover for them and go from there.
Excellent. Now let me ask you a question. Now, because you do the cosplay, you know, the cosplay thing, and you're very, you know, you're very well known for the cosplay stuff you do and things like that. When you're doing your own comic books and you're focused on the creator end of it, right? Like you're writing. I know you do coloring and all that stuff. You get into it. Maybe I don't remember if you said maybe you do some of the line work too, or if that's more Alfred.
Alfred does the line work. I do the correcting of the line work and the fixing of it. It's like this is missing. So like I can fill in little things.
All right. And now, did you feel like pressure though when it comes to like covers? Like you have to have like all these different covers. You have to have all these different cosplay covers. Like, do you find that is it your audience that really hungers for having so many different covers and all the different cosplay covers?
You know, I never thought of that. With this one, we went with the different versions of cosplay covers because I wanted to hit a lot of different places. With the song Firebitch that we wrote, you know, I wanted that rock and roll style. So I put her in the jacket, and actually the art was based on my costume. So my costume was done first and then the art was based on that. And it's always nice to be able to have that situation where maybe you're in a place that you do need to be a little more covered up. Maybe it's cold, whatever. So you get that variant, and then now we got that rock and roll variant as well as something that works in the real world. But then we also have for Fire Goes On, that's a very 80s fun, you know, pop music kind of song. And I created that costume to go with that music video. So we put it on a cover. And then the lingerie is kind of, you know, it's fan service.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I mean, all the covers look great. I mean, everything looks good. I mean, you select some really awesome artists. Your cosplay stuff is like top notch. I mean, so everything's just. I just always wondered, you know, like if you feel like almost like a pressure, like you have to have like certain things in it and stuff. You know, instead of like trying to delineate. You know, if you ever had to feel like you're separating cosplay from the world of creating comic books.
Well, because this is so new, people don't really know what they want.
Yeah.
You know, you're bringing them something that is not readily available. It's not everywhere. I mean, there are more and more creators that are bringing on cosplayers, and more creators are bringing me on to cosplay their characters. I mean, I do cosplay for lots and lots of different books and different creators all across the board. So this is where we have the ability to essentially create this whole art form around that and start making it more normalized. There are people that think, oh no, who would buy a cosplay cover? You know, and then they start seeing, they're like, yeah, people do want to buy it. It is different and it's fun, and you're bringing that character to life.
Yeah, that's actually what I really like about Firebitch. And I think I mentioned this in a previous interview we did with you, but I like that, like, it's real, right? Like you're Firebitch, like you had the costume and everything before it happened. And I mean, and you got a dynamite personality too. So, I mean, like, you know, you put all that together and you put this character together and what we know about the character, I mean, like, it's real, you know, and that's what's really cool about, I think, the Firebitch brand and everything that you're doing is that, like, you cosplay it. You know, it resembles you in the book. Like, you can just tell it's like you, and you know, you put yourself into this and everything. And that's like one thing I think you have up against every other crowdfunder out there is that, like, this is you. And it's like so cool.
I will say her personality is based off of a lot of other cosplayers and models that I know who are just like really self-absorbed. The things that I've heard them say, and it's so funny because we share a lot of the same fans. Oh, she's so nice and she's so beautiful and she's so sweet, and I'm like, you should have heard what she said behind your back.
Oh, jeez.
Like, I know what these girls are saying, and all that's in the book.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Now, this is a multi-series, right? So, will there be a 3 after this?
Oh, absolutely. All my story arcs are in 3s. So my first set of books, the AZ Power Girl Cara Nicole photo book set was a trilogy. Confessions of a Cosplay Diva will be a trilogy. Firebitch is an ongoing series, but each story arc is a trilogy.
Oh, nice. So would you in the future think of like doing like the whole trade paperback type thing where it's like, all right, these 3 books would be in like 1 volume or something like that?
No, I'm still on the fence about that because just for printing purposes and collectability purposes, I might do them as a set where you can buy them together. I don't know if I want to do like a square bound, you know, graphic novel style trade because the resale is lower and you know you've got to find your printer and you know how it is, you have to print a certain amount of books to get the price breaks to make it affordable so that I can sell that to you. I have to order a certain amount of books. So I had a store recently and they were like, well, we really sell a lot of trades. And it's like, okay, but can you buy 2,000 of my book? And they're like, yeah, that's a lot. It's like, exactly. Yeah. So unless I can get enough orders to justify that big order, then it's probably best to go with the floppies. And then you can pick your covers, you can put them up next to each other, you know, or do like a trilogy, which is what I do with my my cosplay photo books, is you can buy them all with a discount together.
Nice. So what else do you have going on, you know, besides, you know, with the campaign, anything? Do you have anything else coming up in the works? Do you have conventions lined up or anything yet? I
do. Mostly in the fall, but everything is always so sketch right now and on the fence. So it's like, well, I'm looking at this show. If they have me, I'll do it. This one over here wants me, but I've heard some stuff, so I don't know. And they haven't sent me a contract. I've got a contract with these people. So, you know, conventions are definitely coming up. I'm not going to do as many as I did before because I was doing a lot. I was doing so many conventions and I need to be able to fulfill these books. I need to be able to color. I need to be able to do these things. So because of conventions going away like they did, we supplemented with online. So now you don't have to wait to see me at a convention. You can buy from me when I do an online sale, which is usually at least once a month. I try to do every other week, but it's been hiccups because we've been so busy. My online store, my Patreon. I started a movie night on Patreon so people can hang out with me, join my Patreon, hang out. We are on Zoom. Everyone's cameras are on. And it's a small group of people and we're always, you know, welcoming more, but it's kind of become a little therapy group. You know, everyone checks on each other. We watch a movie, we riff on it, we have a great time. And it really, it's just a nice way to keep up with people in that. I did open an OnlyFans. No, there is no nudity, you know, implied only, that sort of thing. Because a lot of people think, OnlyFans, you know, and like,
yeah, I got so much heat when I opened mine.
I bet you did. Which one's yours? I need to go there right now.
Napalm Nile.
So it's good content, but you know, sometimes people will get mean about it. Like, I'm an OnlyFans and I didn't get to see your beep. You know, like, well, that's not how this works. There is not a promise. You know,
it's like premium content. Like you'll get special stuff, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that stuff.
Exactly. You know, so there's that, and I have been doing a lot with other creators. I'm working on a new Patriotica costume.
Oh, cool.
For that,
Ron Zavala.
For Ron Zavala. I call him Ronzi. Hey.
That's so much easier, Ronzi. I'm stealing that. Next time I'm on the show, we gotta be like, Ronzi.
Yeah, Jim Noble. He's got 2 days left in his campaign. Totally Rad Life of Kitty Banger. So, and anytime I get an opportunity to wear roller skates, I will take that. For Codex with Luis Torres, I'm doing another Lily Demoness coming out for Wendy Shaner. I've got her new Naughty Fairies Assassins. For Alton, I did Bunny Goes to Space.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm doing a lot of stuff. And then, oh, we're putting out music videos every month. So we have more than just the music videos here. Every month there's a new music video. We just released our Eye of the Tiger cover in my Chitara cosplay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And I did a Lady Dimitrescu with I Put a Spell on You. We always do a mix up of some of the music. And then I've got, another music video coming out real soon, which is Take on Me. And that's got all those costumes that I just talked about, including Firebitch, all in that video. So it's a lot of fun. And yeah, I did the 66 Catwoman. I did Scorpions Rock You Like a Hurricane in that costume. So much fun.
Yeah, that was cool.
So,
We saw, I think we saw that one. That was cool. Now you have this all on your YouTube, right?
Yep.
All right,
YouTube,
excellent.
IGTV, Facebook.
All the
cool.
social handles are AZ Power Girl.
Awesome. And we'll have links to all that. You guys just look down in that description below and you will see the links to all of her social media, her YouTube channel and everything. And if you're interested in seeing, if you're like, hey, I'm perusing this campaign right now, but I want to see some of these music videos. If you head right over in the top, right in the banner, you'll have the main video for the campaign. And then as you scroll through, you'll start seeing some of these music videos that she's talking about, as well as some images throughout the campaign. So check those out as well. And again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Also, everyone out there, I mean, if this is what you're loving, if you're liking this stuff, trust me, everything that Cara puts out is high quality. She puts a lot of time into it. This is no joke. This is what she does. It's her profession. She takes it very seriously. I've heard nothing but great things about the quality of the products that she puts out from her backers. So if you like what she's doing, seriously follow her. It's great stuff. Great escapism. You're going to love it. But share it on your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, anything you can do. And if you guys are streaming out there, reach out to Lisa, Cara. If you want to have her on the show, please. I don't think she'll mind.
Absolutely.
Or maybe you will. I don't know. I don't know. But now you're going to get like 5 million invites. There you go.
That's why they all come to me.
There you go. Funnel it right over to Lisa.
Right.
And Lisa,
Lisa.
If they want to right off the bat right now, Lisa, how do they get a hold of you if they want to have Cara on their show?
You can contact me through Melone Management on Facebook or through my personal page, Lisa Melone. Melone is spelled with an E. And I would be more than happy to book Cara on any of your shows.
All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. Anything else you have, Cara?
No, just keep on keeping on. Remember that when you support indie creators, you're not just supporting us, you're supporting everyone that we hire. You're supporting our printers and our artists and our flatters, and you're helping put food on their table and keep them going and building a very strong community of like-minded people. And so please keep on doing that. Sharing is caring if you can't afford to pledge.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for coming on. You're always welcome here. I'm
you.
so happy you guys are part of the Pop XP family with coming on every time you have a campaign or anything cool that's going on. So thank you guys so much. We will be in touch. Anything else that you guys need, please, hit us up. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and we will talk to both of you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys. What another great crowdfunding comics, Mr.
Yes.
Frank. Amazing.
Very great. We had
Very great.
Very
great indeed.
It's better than great. It's very great.
It's very
So,
great. It's almost amazing.
It is. It's
Incredible, as Stevens would say.
It's a step below amazing.
Step below amazing. Nothing can be as good as you, huh?
No,
but no, it really is. We had such a great time. Don
Yeah.
and Bill are amazing creators. It's so cool seeing the parody stuff come back.
Oh yeah.
Like we lost Mad Magazine. We don't have those things anymore. Now we kind of come for full circle. What has crowdfunding done for people? Well, it's bringing these creators back that were doing these things that may not have been super popular. They kind of died down, and that's why we don't have these things anymore.
Right.
But they're finding a new audience in crowdfunding because they're letting the backers, they're letting the fans actually make the decision.
Yeah.
And that's what's great about crowdfunding is you can do more with little. And I think that's great. And, you know, with Cara, with Firebitch too, coming out and what she's doing, I mean, man, talk about, you know, just hard work, dedication. It's incredible what she does. True inspiration to just a creator who believes in their product, what they're doing, their fans, and just really puts together this whole universe. And it's cool seeing that universe grow, you know, and if you keep an eye on some of the other artists in her campaign, you'll see that they all kind of work with each other. So, you know, yeah. So you may notice that, you know, Wendy Shaner has her campaign going, right? And there you've got Cara working on her stuff as well. I mean, there's this tight-knit group of creators out there, and it's cool seeing how these networks grow and blossom. So if you guys are out there, I mean, blossom along with the indie community. Go with your heart. Do what you want to do. It will come. It will come to fruition. Just stay positive. Learn patience. Yeah. That is key. You know, the smallest wins are the biggest at times, but you guys can do it. And we hope to see you all on the next Crowdfunding Comics. In the meantime, Mr. Frank Amazing, we will see everyone on the next one.
Yes.
All right, my friend. Right. Everyone have yourselves a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Pop XP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at @ThePopXP and over on Instagram @ThePopXP. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.